take a look and see what's in the box in your share this week and see what you can make. We have this awesome lettuce mix, which is so very convenient to just grab and toss in a salad. You're ready to go. It's triple wash, so that's helpful. And because it has so much spinach and kale and chard in there, I actually will put it in my smoothies as well. Very, very helpful. We also have local collard greens, and this variety of collard greens are really tough leaves. This makes it great for wraps and sandwiches without bread. I usually just get a knife and I'll just do a very thin slit at the bottom there to get rid of that tough part, and then you can fill it however you want. Just remember, because it is a little bit of a harder, more hearty green, that when you go to cook with it, instead of just a 5-minute wilt, it may just be just a few extra longer minutes to saute it and make it go a little bit softer. Giant local basil. I love this. It's so big. This is begging for some pesto to be made. I love it. I also love to take the leaves and I'll crush them up and put them in my water. Just let them sit and infuse. Drinking basil water is so good for digestion, and it can give you that little pop of energy throughout the day. It's really, really nice. Patty pan squash. So I love stuffing these. You don't have to, but it's one of my favorite things. So I will cut the top off this way, really thin, scoop out all those seeds, and of course I'll strain them out and dry them and roast those seeds. Super good with chili powder. And then you can stuff this with anything. Stuff it with meat. If you do grains or veggies, whatever it is, you can put it in there. And you can also eat the whole skin once it's completely cooked and it's very soft. It's got a lot of extra fiber in there for you. And it's that time of year for dragon tongue beans. I love these. So dragon tongue beans, you can cook kind of like you would a green bean. The difference, of course, is you can actually eat these raw. These are great cut up in a salad. Nice pop of color. But I like to steam them and plop them in things, or even put them in like my stir fry. Really, really good. This is a nice little pop of protein that you can add to any dish. And yellow squash, we love. I love to take my yellow squash and cut the ends off and zoodle them, so you can get a pretty inexpensive zoodler. And that just is to take a section of it and you spiralize it with your little bitty cheap machine, and it makes noodles out of it. So you can use those as raw pasta or cooked pasta. I'll steam mine for 3 minutes and that's all it needs. And this is a great way to add a grain-free dish and not feel deprived. You can still have your pasta without all those heavy, starchy carbs that turn to sugar. This is way better for you, better for digestion. I just usually pop a little extra garlic with my yellow squash. It's the right kind of flavor combination. And of course, we've got those yummy avocados again. Just a reminder, you can open them up, and if you're only using half or part of the avocado, keep the pit and put it back together, even with the empty shell, because it'll help it to not oxidize quite as fast, which is really, really helpful. We also have yellow potatoes. Yellow potatoes are nice because they're not quite as heavy of a starch as like a russet potato or a white potato. And the Yukon Golds are usually easier to digest just a little bit. They have a little bit more of a buttery taste without the butter, which is really nice. And they do steam nicely. You just have to poke holes or slice them up a little bit more so that they are smaller in size. Shiitake mushrooms. I love these guys. So shiitake mushrooms are great medicinal mushroom. They're really helpful for blood sugar levels. They're going to help boost your immune system. And the great thing about these is this is a great source of vitamin D that's plant-based. So it's hard to find D if you're not eating eggs. And this is a really good one if you're not out in the sun and maybe you're just deficient and need an extra boost of vitamin D. This is really good for you. And of course, it's got good protein in it. And what I like about these is this flavor's not so overbearing. You can just saute it up, mix it with onions and garlic and some other flavors, and you've got a great dish with a great flavor. sugar snap peas. I love these just as a snack raw. They're so good. But when my kids were younger, I used to pop the top and the ends off and the string down the middle and put them in my air fryer with just a little bit of sea salt and garlic powder, and they would eat them like potato chips. They loved them. This was a great, alternative for not eating potato chips when they wanted that crunch. And so this is great. These are really good for digestion. I love them. And of course, a little bit of extra protein in there, as most beans will give you, right? The local carrots. I love getting local carrots from all of our different farms and farmers. They're all a little different, each variety. Just remember you're going to cut the tops off so that they don't continue to drain the bottom. And then you can actually store these in water and they'll stay crisper longer for you. Love that. This, of course, is your vitamins in a box. Microgreens are amazing, and really, truly, to get a good amount of multivitamin without having to take pills, this is how you do it. It's easy to add to a little bit onto each dish like a garnish. I usually try to keep mine raw because I want all the enzymes intact and the most amount of vitamins and minerals that I can get from them. I'll even put them in my smoothies, which is also another way to pop it in there. Local onions, I love. The paper, actually, I used to dye things with this paper. The red onion dyes skins, and the yellow will do it. They just have different colors that they'll give you, which is kind of fun if you have kids for projects. But I love fresh onions because the flavor comes out so much stronger when they're fresh and local. Love that. So we also have bell peppers, and they're big this week, so you can easily stuff them. I like to cut them this way to stuff them. A lot of people cut them this way and stuff them, but I like to do it this way, and then I have two halves that are the same size and equal, and then I stuff them that way. And remember, you can actually seed save these. Just pull them out, rinse them, dry them on a paper towel, and you can have bell peppers galore throughout the entire summer, which is so nice. We have some amazing things for our fruit share, like the local organic blackberries. The season will be coming to an end soon, so this is the time to pop in there and grab your blackberries. I actually love making things with those blackberries. I mix it with pear and blend it together with a little bit of ginger, a little bit of garlic, olive oil, and it's an amazing salad dressing. Love it that way. So that's an easy one you can do. And then I'll pop a little bit of lemon in there too. So now we have a great dressing just from using pieces from your fruit share. And of course, I love keeping the peel of my lemon so you can zest it and get a little flavor, but I'll cut it when I'm done juicing it. And I will put the pieces or the peels in my freezer in small chunks or dehydrate it. That way, when I'm ready, I'll put it in my teas. When I'm making hot tea, it's a great way to flavor and not waste anything. This is so nice. Jumbo mangoes. Look at this guy. He's huge. I love mango season. It's amazing. Mangoes are actually really good antihistamines. And so it's a great way to help the allergies during that spring season that we still are experiencing. Just yesterday was one of the highest pollen days we had in a while. So this is another food to kind of help with that. Also helps with digestion. So we like those. And blood oranges. These are so magical. If you haven't had a blood orange, you've got to try it. I used to tell my kids when they were little that it tastes like a red jelly bean snuck into the orange. Now it's their favorite, of course, citrus. And the skins are a little bit thinner, so a lot of people will actually eat these. They'll sugar them up, crystallize them. I actually get my raw chocolate and cover it, so it's not as much sugar, and they are really good. But I love to take blood orange slices and the juice, mix it with some ginger, coconut aminos, and garlic. It is an amazing sauce for stir fry, an amazing salad dressing. You could put it on vegetables, but that little pop of what that blood orange will give you will have everyone asking what your secret sauce is made of. And of course, Gala apples and Gigantor Cosmic Crisp apples. We love these. You know, the Cosmic Crisp has a little bit more of a sweetness or sugar to it. That's why people love it so much. It's like a meal in itself. You don't have to keep these in the refrigerator, but I do because it'll keep them a little crisper throughout the summer when it's really hot. This is a great way to have snacks with you on the go and never go hungry. So tons of stuff you can do with everything in your share this week. And members, we have just emailed you recipes that are very specific of what else you can make with your share this week. And if you like tips like this, we love it if you give us a like and maybe share it with your friends who would also love tips like this or to learn about shares. Thanks.